Yes, let's read this. A nice old motor glider, but it's for real pilot license, PPL. But glide ration is about 28, I think. How much sync rate? 28. Glide ration 28, so that's not bad. But it's very old. Let's read about it.
Grob G109. This article includes a list of general references, but it lacks sufficient corresponding inline citations. Please help to improve this article by introducing more precise citations. December 2021. Learn how and when to remove this template message. The Grob G109 is a light aircraft developed by Grob Aircraft AG of Mindelheim, Matzes in Germany. It first flew G109 prototype and then production G109 form in 1980. The G109B followed in 1984. It is a two-seat self-launching motor glider in which the pilot and passenger or student sit side by side, with good visibility provided by large windows. As well as normal civilian use, this aircraft was also used in the Royal Air Force Volunteer Gliding Squadrons, VGS, to train air cadets through the gliding induction and gliding scholarship courses up until the 5th of May, 2018, when it was retired from service. The Grob 109B was known in RAF service as the Vigilant T1. The G109 was the first motor glider built using composite construction to be granted Federal Aviation Administration approval. Design and development, edit. Technical description, G109B/Vigilant T1, edit. The G109B was developed after series production of the G109A, which itself followed a number of early prototypes with differing wingspans, configurations, etc. The G109B addressed several issues learned from operation of the earlier G109A, which included improvements to power, 95 HP up from 80 HP on the G109A, performance of the wings when wet, crosswind behavior and limits and cockpit space. The G109B aircraft is a low-wing cantilever motor glider, with a T-tail, folding, and detachable wings, and side-by-side seating with dual controls. It is mainly constructed from glass-reinforced plastic and has a tail-dragger undercarriage arrangement. Entry and exit from the cockpit is via two perspex doors which open upwards individually, a modification from the original one-piece G109 canopy. The cockpit can be heated, providing that the engine is running, and the seat backs can be adjusted and cushions of differing thickness inserted to accommodate a range of body sizes. Total weight is around 1,870 pounds. 850 kilograms, with a maximum load of 506 pounds, 230 kilograms, though this depends on mod state and history of the airframe and is rarely above 200 kilograms on most examples. The RAF sought and obtained a number of military-specific modifications, including a dispensation from Grob for operating the military variant aircraft to a max AUW of 908 kilograms, providing an extra 59 kilograms of useful load. The aircraft was not modified to allow this, and no changes to the operating procedures were required as the center of gravity constraints were not exceeded. Grob have applied to EASA for permission to have an exception to the design standard, CS22, for the Grob 109B, which would allow it to be certified to a similar 903 kg max AUW. However, while the two objections received were rejected by EASA, the authority has not yet taken the necessary rulemaking action to allow this. Cruising speed is in the region of 60-100 knots. 110-190 km/h, on the 95 horsepower, 71 kilowatts, engine, which can give the aircraft a top speed of 130 knots, 240 kilometers per hour. The engine, based on a Porsche air-cooled car unit, can be shut down in flight with its propeller blades feathered. The aircraft then becomes a pure glider, with a best glide ratio of around 1:28. The Porsche-derived horizontally opposed air-cooled engine had the cylinder bore increased by Grob to make the engine 2.5-liter capacity and has had its time before overhaul, TBO, increased by a tech knot to 1,600 hours after many examples run on condition reached up to or in excess of 4,000 hours in service. Under the current CAA LASA's document, the G109B can be classed as either a touring motor glider, TMG, or a self-launching motor glider, SLMG. Engine, edit. The G109B is powered by a Grob 2500 E1 horizontally opposed, 4-cylinder, air-cooled petrol engine that develops approximately 95 bhp, 71 kilowatts, at 2,950 rpm. The propeller is a two-blade, manually operated variable pitch type driven directly from the engine. 3 pitch settings can be used: fine for takeoff and general flying, coarse for cruising, and feathered for gliding with the engine off. Carburetor heat can be supplied to the twin carburetors when there is a risk of icing. An electric fuel pump is used. Controls, edit. The G109 uses conventional controls, duplicated for both seats, including the throttle, not available on the left in standard production G109s. The rudder pedals, which also operate the wheel brakes, are adjustable forward and backward to suit individuals of differing leg length, and air brakes are used to increase the rate of descent during the landing approach as well as limiting airspeed to VNE, velocity never exceed, if required. Operational history, Vigilant T1, edit. The Vigilant T1 variant was introduced into service in 1991, replacing the Slingsby Venture, and was used by Volunteer Gliding Squadrons, VGS, around the UK to train Air Training Corps and Combined Cadet Force cadets in basic flying with the aim of bringing them to a standard where they are able to fly solo. The initial order for 53 was topped up by aircraft bought in the private market. The Vigilant was also used by the Royal Air Force Central Gliding School, at RAF Syerston in Nottinghamshire, which trains VGS instructors as well as providing standards checking, syllabus development and engineering support. During the early 2000s, Australian Air Force cadets adopted the Grob 109 for pilot training purposes. The type is still in use to date. The RAF Vigilant fleet was paused from flying since April 2014 due to ongoing maintenance issues associated with airworthiness certification. A recovery plan was put into operation in 2016 which saw Vigilant numbers reduced to 15 nationwide, flown by 4 VGSs at regional hubs. It was anticipated that these relaunched gliders would be disposed of in October 2019. This date was brought forward and the Vigilant was retired from service on the 5th of May 2018. On Tuesday the 3rd of March 2020, the UK disabled flying charity Aerobility announced that it had acquired the RAF Vigilant T1 hulls and would re-engine some with Rotax 912's 3 engines and retrofit the latest Garmin glass cockpits. The new aircraft will be known as the Grob 109 Able. Variants, edit. G109. The first 2 prototype aircraft, constructors serial numbers 6001 and 6010, were designated G109. They differed from later production aircraft by having a shorter wingspan of 15 meters, 49 feet. The first prototype, registered DKBGF flew for the first time on the 14th of March, 1980. G1090. The G1090 was fitted with a 2000cc 80 horsepower, 60 kilowatts, Limbach flood motor and flat 4 engine, maximum power delivered at 3,400 rpm, and the wingspan was increased to 16.6 meters, 54 feet. The spare engine power available was marginal in hot atmospheric conditions or when flying through rain, so around 30 G1090 airframes were fitted with a 2400cc 90 horsepower, 67 kilowatts, Limbach engine and an electrically controlled variable pitch propeller. At least 2 aircraft have been approved to use the Rotax 912 engine. CG109R. A total of 151 G109 motor gliders were produced. G109R. This section does not cite any sources. Please help improve this section by adding citations to reliable sources. Unsourced material may be challenged and removed. January 2010. Learn how and when to remove this template message. The G109R was a modification used on 2 Grob 109 by the Aero Club Valkenburg of 2 aircraft with a Rotax Boxer-type engine for increased performance on short runways and reliability. The nose of the plane is longer than that of the regular G109. The engine covers are shaped differently to house the engine and its air inlets and improve airflow across the larger radiator. 3 Grob 109s were converted on the G109R. The Aero Club Valkenburg still has 2 of these, the PH710 and PH835. G109B. Developed out of the Grob G109, the wingspan was further increased to 17.4 meters, 57 feet. The one-piece canopy of the earlier versions was replaced with opening doors, and the main landing gear was moved rearwards to ease weight on the tail wheel. The engine was replaced with a Grob-built 2500cc unit of 95 horsepower, 71 kilowatts. Some aircraft in Germany have been fitted with a turbocharged engine, and with structural strengthening of the fuselage have been adapted to aerotow gliders. Ranger. Increased MTO utility version with cameras in extended leading edge route fairings and provision for a ventral pannier for search and rescue equipment. Vigilant T1. The Vigilant T1 is the designation of the adapted Grob 109B used by the Royal Air Force, RAF, for use on volunteer gliding squadrons. Modifications to the Vigilant T1 include a landing light, a higher maximum all-up mass, AUM, of 908 kilograms and a throttle for use in the left-hand seat. G109 Able. The Vigilant T1 with Rotax 912 is 3-engine by Charity Aerobility. Operators, edit. Australia, current as of 2014. 1 ADF, Australian Air Force Cadets. United Kingdom, former. 1 Royal Air Force. 1 Number 2 Flying Training School RAF. Specifications, G109B, edit. Data from James All the World's Aircraft 1985-86. General characteristics. 1 Crew, 2. 2 Length, 8.1 m, 26 feet 7 in. 3 Wingspan, 17.4 m, 57 feet 1 in. 4 Height, 1.8 m, 5 feet 11 in. 5 Wing Area, 19 m, 200 square feet. 6 Airfoil, Epler E580, 16.1%, 7 Empty weight, 620 kilograms, 1,367 pound. 8 Max takeoff weight, 850 kilograms, 1,874 pound. 9 fuel capacity, 100 L, 26 US gal, 22 imp gal. 10 power plant, 1 Grob 2500 E1 4-cylinder air-cooled horizontally opposed piston engine, 71 kilowatts, 95 HP. 11 propellers, 2-bladed Hoffman Ho V62R /L 160 BT 3-speed variable pitch propeller. Performance: 1 cruise speed, 205 km per hour, 127 miles per hour, 111 kn, maximum. 180 km per hour, 110 miles per hour, 97 kn, economical. 1 stall speed, 73 km per hour, 45 miles per hour, 39 kn. 2 never exceed speed, 240 km per hour, 150 miles per hour, 130 kn. 3 range, 1,500 km, 930 mi, 810 mi, at economical cruise with maximum fuel. 4 service ceiling, 6,000 m, 20,000 feet. 5G limits, plus 5.3 minus 2.65. 6 maximum glide ratio, 28 at 115 km per hour, 71 miles per hour, 62 kn. 7 rate of climb, 3.3 m/s, 650 foot/min. 8 rate of sink, 1.1 m/s, 220 foot/min, at 105 km per hour, 65 miles per hour, 57 kn. 9 wing loading, 44.7 kg/m, 9.2 pound/square feet. 10 power /mass, 0.079 kW/kg, 0.048 HP/pound. 11 takeoff run, 196 m, 643 feet. 12 landing run, 200 m, 656 feet. Avionics: 1 VOR, 2 DME, 3 ADF, 4 variometer, 5 transponder. See also, edit. 1 gliding. Aircraft of comparable role, configuration, and era. 1 Diamond 36 Hong Kong dollars Super Demola. 2 Fournier RF9. 3 Valentin Typhoon. Related lists.